Everybody to another episode of LP4U. You've got myself here, LLL, as well as Polydukes.
Hey!
And today we have a very special guest today. It is Dale.
Hi guys.
Hey. So we're doing something a little bit different today. We're not doing your usual Street Fighter stream. We've changed it up due to a special release that's happened. A little game you might know as Dragon Ball Fighter Z. So,
and why? Why? Because we suck.
Yeah, terrible. I'm actually horrific
We
at this
don't
game.
play anime. Well, you play anime games, but we don't play Hyper Fighters. I'm not a Marvel player.
No, me neither. I've never played a game with assists or tags or anything like that before.
And as we saw before, air blocking is fairly
For some.
unnatural for me. Not for you.
So, and we've got Dale here who, this is newish for you as well?
Yeah, so Street Fighter is kind of like my fighting game at the moment. It's where I learned everything. So it's been a bit of a transition, but I think I'm getting the hang of it.
Yeah, good. And you understand like the learning process of what you need to do to pick up this game to become competent.
Of course, yeah. I mean, that's what I'm going through as well, right?
Yeah,
I'm living it.
Yeah, and sort of the things that we're interested in learning today are not like, you know, combos or anything like that. It's about, well, what am I doing in neutral?
Yeah.
Why would I be doing a long range anything when I can get a full screen command grab? Or whatever, like... what?
It's still sore, is it?
Yeah, well, I don't know what you're talking about. You know, and so I'm so clueless on what to do when I'm in game. The game itself does not teach you at all anything on why you would Dragon Rush, for example. Or whatever. So yeah, we just wanted to talk to someone who has an idea coming from Street Fighter on that transition, and we chose Dale because Dale's cool.
Yeah, I'm a pretty cool lad, not gonna lie.
He also has unlocked Android 21, which...
Dude, don't even get me started. Don't even get me started, man. Everyone was playing this game when it came out. Here I am doing the story mode for 4.5 bloody hours.
Yeah, look, I started to do that yesterday when I got the game, and I played for about an hour and a half. I'm like, man, I can't be bothered with this anymore.
It's pain.
Yeah. But look, you get Android 21, who seems to be a pretty good waifu at the moment, so I don't know, we'll see.
She's up there.
Yeah.
One of two, unfortunately. There's not much choice.
Yeah. Hopefully they bring more in. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll hop in. We'll get a game started. You can talk us through kind of like the basics, the buttons, that type of stuff, and we'll move on from there. Sounds good?
Yep, easy as.
Awesome.
Let's
Alright.
start
So-
with you, El.
Yeah,
Sure.
so what I'll do, just to start, right, is I'll swap to Goku Black and kind of give you an idea of what you're looking at.
Yeah, right.
Because the game makes it very abundant, especially if you did the story mode like me, where you spend the first 2 hours and it keeps telling you what something does. As an example, Dragon Rush grabs. You can't block it. Heavy button gives you like a pursuit follow-up with the super dash. If you can just block me, then I hit you.
Yeah.
But it doesn't exactly explain why they are what they are, right?
Yeah, right.
So everyone had to kind of go through and learn. But just for a couple of basic things to make sure that we're on the same page with very simple stuff. Light, medium, and heavy is kind of definitely your order in like quickest to slowest, right?
Yeah,
so
right.
a light is generally quicker than a medium generally quicker than a heavy. And your lights and mediums, the crouching version, are generally low.
Right.
There are a couple of
Generally,
exceptions.
so not everybody.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure if you look at this is my crouching light. That doesn't really look low, does it?
No.
Right. But if you look at yours, it's obviously low.
Yeah.
And then, of course, your special, which is effectively your key blast, right?
Yeah, right.
Varies quite a lot between the characters, but they're not. It's not really considered the same as a, say, a button. It has a very different priority to it. We'll discuss that in a little bit when we kind of get it a little bit further. And then to the guys who have got 3 button sticks and don't have all the cool macros, your Dragon Rush, your grab is your light and medium together, and your super dash is your special and your heavy together. Depending on your layout, you should normally have a macro for those.
Yeah,
but that's
right.
just in case if this ever comes out in arcade or you have to play a different stick or a keyboard or something,
Yeah, right.
just to absolve confusion and whatnot. But now, so the general way I approach this game
Yeah.
is because there's a lot going on, right? Everyone's gonna throw around their dashes and their air dashes and their super dashes and their back dashes and their hair back dashes. There's a lot of mobility in the game.
Yeah, right.
And so it becomes very daunting because everyone knows. I'm sure a lot of the guys who are watching and stuff like that. Everyone knows that if you land a hit, you can hit another button after that,
Yeah.
and then you can confirm and do your damage and blah blah blah. But we don't really want to start off talking about the combos and whatnot.
No.
We want to understand how you get there. And so the first thing I like to approach is you've got these two new buttons for people who haven't played something like Marvel vs. Capcom before. It's a little different, and those are your assists, right?
Yeah.
So your assists aren't there to, per se, give you extra damage off a combo. They're there to cover a basis. And what I mean by that, or if I swap out, because Goku Black's a very, very, very good example. Many assists fall into different categories, but in general, most of them are going to cover some ground. So, as an example, if I hit my Goku Black assist, he's effectively just covered half the screen, right?
Yeah.
And so what that means is if the game starts off and I'm sitting here blocking and I'm worried about you going a little ham doing your dashes and whatnot, if I hit this whole time I can sit here and prepare myself for you to do something like a little bit out there, right? Like dashing and whatnot.
Yeah,
and of course if you hold the button you're going to swap, but that's bad news bears. We'll go over that in a little bit. And so what a lot of players are immediately going to run into is when they start this game is they're going to wonder what's up, and they're going to immediately go in and start going bam 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 bam, and then they're going to get punished and they're going to start dying and you're going to leave yourself open. So the first thing you need to understand is that when you pick your team, for whatever reason, really doesn't matter what team you pick, but as long as you pick your team, you need to understand how your assists work. Most of the Saiyans are going to have what I call beam supers or pressure supers. So if you click your Vegeta, which is your assist 1, that one there, you see how he just kind of lays down your cover fire. So in general, most of your Saiyans are going to lay down cover fire. So to the newer guys who are going to want to play, they're going to want to put a Saiyan on their team, and it's not going to want to be their leader. So they can use their assist off the bat. So as an example, when I picked my team, I put Goku Black as my secondary. That way I always have access to this because it takes something out of the game. If that makes sense.
Yeah. And you can't use assists like straight away either. They have a recharge time, right? So you can't just spam them. I'm shooting a little bit far ahead. So your assists work by you push the button, they'll come out after a period of time, they'll do their thing, and then they'll piss off. And then if you look at the top, we've got a little cooldown timer. And when it winds back, if I mash it, it'll come out again. A general mechanic behind it as well is if you use your assist, either the assist gets hit or your character gets hit, your assist will disappear. Yeah.
So if you lay down your assist and you go crazy, and then I run into something, my assist's going to piss off and it's like it was never there, and it's going to go on cooldown. So it's not something you can exactly freely spam while putting your body out in the open. That's why I say that a lot of the Saiyan assists, or a lot of your beam assists and stuff like that, you're going to use to cover a lot of your neutral. It's going to allow you to do some crazy things.
Yeah, right.
So that's just so we get the assists out there, because obviously a lot of players are going to be like, oh, like what are these buttons and what do they do? That's the general purpose, and that's how I think of them outside of just silly things like combo extension.
Is there two different assist buttons? No. There's an assist button and a change character button. Is that right?
No. So there is assist 1, and there is assist 2.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
How you swap your characters, there's two different ways. The first way, which I prefer, if you just want to swap, is if you hold down your assist button, you'll swap. Right?
Yep.
The second way is if you do forward and assist, you'll also swap. Now, the reason why that's super useful is that forward assist can be done as a reversal while blocking. So it's like a V reversal from Street Fighter.
Oh,
so if you block for me, I'm just going to hit a whole bunch of buttons, and during that, I want to see if you can forward assist, right?
Right.
Wow.
Right, so it's super, super useful. Now, that's not like a be-all and end-all get out of pressure, right? Because if that got you out of every single block string ever, that would be super amazing and everyone would use it ever, right?
Yeah.
However, if you block for me now, and let's see if I can do it.
Yeah.
Try again, that's right. We'll try again. See if you can swap out on this hit.
On that hit?
I'll add an extra hit in there. Make it all easier. Alright. Maybe it needs to be a little closer. But the general idea is that, so what happens is you're locking yourself into this super dash, right?
Yeah, right. And you can-
When your assist comes in, it is effectively a super dash with a little bit more recovery on it.
yeah, right.
And so your super dash on obviously can be blocked and whatnot. It's just like a regular hit that kind of opens you
Yeah.
up. You can't block during it. It's an airborne attack, but it is negative on block. The super dash, even though the previous one is safe but negative, this one is definitely punishable when you're using your assist swap. So if
Right.
someone blocks it, in general, most of the characters in the game are going to be able to attempt to punish or read
Yeah,
pressure,
right.
right? What you need to be careful of is if we go back to our normals,
Yeah.
2H, your down H, for the guys who I'm
So-
sorry about transition.
Let's take a step back. So H and the way people explain buttons. So you've got your light button
Yep.
is L.
Yep.
Your
Yep.
medium button is M.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Right? Your heavy button is H, and then
Yep.
the Kai or special button is S.
Your
right?
key blast, yes. And like
Right.
like we mentioned before, the light, medium, heavy is kind of like your hierarchy of your smallest to biggest button.
Yeah.
And most people know that if you mash your light, you'll get an auto combo. It's kind of like the baby's way of introducing new players to comboing, right?
Yeah.
And same with your medium. If you mash your medium, you'll get something like this.
Yeah. And then you were saying 2H. So,
Yep, so
if... Yeah, you can explain.
So anime notation to some of the guys who aren't familiar with it, think of it as like a numpad, where your 1 is your down back, and your 2 is just your direct down, right? So no
Yeah.
blocking down motion. So if I do 2H, which is my down heavy, you'll get a variant, which isn't necessarily crouching, whereas say if I do my crouching light, my crouching medium, these are all crouching buttons, your down heavy is different. It's considered an anti-air button. So your character will normally stand up, and it'll do a move that has absolute priority on upper hitbox. So the best way to describe that is if you super dash at me, and I push that button, even though you're kind of in my butt,
Well,
so to say, you're up
yeah.
in my face, I don't have an upper hurt box when I do this down H.
Yeah, right.
So that's kind of your go-to anti-air button. And now what I was trying to demonstrate before, it's a little bit hard to kind of do just spontaneously because it's something that you'll get along with the flow. But is
Yeah.
if I do a block string and then I go into 2H like that, which is it's like I said, it's a block string, and you try
Yeah.
to reversal assist to swap out to get out of your pressure, you're coming in with a super dash, and I'm doing my anti-air move, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm going to punch you out of the air. And so the general use for this V reversal mechanic, this swapping, is you either want to use it after your opponent does a heavy button or a special. That kind of
Yeah.
guarantees your way out because it's very easy for players to kind of steal their pressure back. I guess we should describe general aggression and block strings, right? If we're going to kind of get
maybe
how to get out.
let's focus on movement first, because that's a pretty
Okay, yep.
important aspect of the game.
Yeah, right. So dashes, obviously, same as most fighting games, they have a recovery to them. They're not entirely safe. So if someone does something as you're dashing, you're going to open yourself up.
Yep.
So what a lot of people can kind of do is if they want to push forward on pressure, is I can jump forward and block because there is air blocking in the game.
Yeah.
Which is kind of dirty if you think about it, because if you try to anti-air me, I have to block it.
Yeah.
But you don't need to kind of dash your way in or jump your way in as kind of like a solely aggressive option. It's something you do in Street Fighter. You
Yeah.
can take space while blocking. And
Right.
now we'll loop back, and that's what the assists are for. So what I can do is, for example, if you block for me,
Yep.
because doing this right, if I hold down my dash, every character kind of has a run.
Yeah.
That's cool, and that takes a great amount of space, but I can't block while doing that, right?
No.
What if you block, what if I
Yeah.
do this?
Oh, wow.
So I can dash after, and I can use my assists as kind of a way to pressure my opponent. And I can do the same thing there, was what I was saying before. Yeah, right, I'm forced to block there. I have a
Yeah.
couple of options, but in general, I have to take a risk to stop you from gaining your free space. Those risks being the first one is if I hit you before your assist does anything crazy, because remember, your assists disappear if you get hit.
Yeah.
So if you run your assist and then you kind of run up into me,
Yeah. Oops.
oh, just timed it. But in general, if you go again for me. It's a learning process, but yeah. Try again for me. Let's see if I can get it. There we go.
Yeah,
see how
right.
it kind of goes away. So it's not a free option, but it's a great pressure option.
Yeah.
So if you want to do, if you're worried about your opponent hitting you, what you can do instead is jump in like that while blocking. Right? There's very little your opponent can do about that.
Yeah.
So assists are your go-to for covering ground. Your dash is great for taking the ground. Mush them together, you effectively almost get uncontested ground.
Yeah,
Is
right.
are backdashes invincible in any way?
I don't believe
I don't think so, no.
That's something that I'm sure the data miners are going to start coming out with.
Yeah.
But I don't believe there's any sort of invincibility
Yep.
on your backdashes. I could be wrong there, though. That's probably something that will become clearer later on.
Quickly, in the chat, Raimi has said IAD. And I know what that stands for, and we've been doing it a lot in the last 10 seconds. But would you want to explain what that is?
Yeah, sure. So, obviously, if we look before how I was going about, you can dash while in the air.
Yeah.
You basically all your movement and defense options are still available in the air in these anime games.
So,
Which means that I can jump in the air and I can dash. IAD stands for Instant Air Dash.
Yeah.
And what that means is something very similar to some of the advanced Street Fighter players, something Tiger Knee, where I can do half of a forward input. So obviously your dash is your forward. I can do up forward, and that's half of my dash input. So if I go up forward, those are two. The game considers those two forward motions, even though one of them jumps. Hopefully that makes sense. So I can go up forward and forward, or back forward, back and then back. And those are two motions for an air dash, whereas normally you'd have to go up and then double forward. That's kind of cutting the corner.
Yeah, right. So
air dashing.
Just quickly for those not familiar with the anime fighting, so you have a lot of mobility in the air. So you generally have two actions in the air. You can jump again, and you can air dash. So you can jump in, air dash out, you can jump in, jump again.
Yes, of course, yes, two movement options, right? So if I double jump, I can't dash. But if I single jump, I still have my dash. Right, of course, something I've taken for granted after playing for Bleach, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, there is also something else, which is a super jump, where if you hold down or you push down and then quickly go upwards, you'll jump higher. Now, this isn't as high as, say, a double jump, but it's kind of like the middle ground. But it also takes your second jump.
Yeah, right.
Okay, no, not in this game. Sorry, that was me, my guilty gear speaking. If I super jump, I can still double jump. Sorry, that's other anime games prevent you, not this game. But yeah, so a super jump. So if I go down and then up, forward, it's kind of like a quicker, higher jump. It has its uses, but they're kind of like a little bit advanced. But to the guys who are finding themselves blocking and trying to jump out of a corner and flying way a little bit too high, that's the reason why.
That's probably why.
What's this thing that Raimi is talking about?
You can
Forward, special, and heavy.
Neutral jump, forward, special, and heavy. I think that's just a quick way to forward aerial
Right,
dash.
yes, of course. I was going to get there, eventually. But, so
Sorry.
your super dash button... That's all right, that's all right. There's a lot to cover,
Yeah.
So before how we mentioned that special and heavy, or your super dash button macro, right, does that. If you hold the direction, so forward, you do it, you'll dash. And so that works in the air as well. So if I jump and then I hold forward and hit my super dash button, I will just get a regular dash. How you can kind of translate that into something a little bit more tangible and useful. So when I'm instant air dashing, I'm doing up, forward, right, and then forward. I'm having to reset my stick in neutral before I can dash, right? So I'm going up, forward, neutral, forward. So it's kind of like a 3-motion movement, right?
Kind of like if we were to talk about that anime stick notation, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc., it'd be 9, 5, 6.
And 6, 9, 5, and then 6, right? However, what you can do, you can apply this if I hold my stick up, forward, so 9, and then go to 6, and then just simply push the button, what I can do is I can effectively have a 2-input instant air dash without having to reset my stick to neutral. Because if you just go from your 9 to 5, push the button at the same time as flipping to 5, it's a little bit quicker, technically. Obviously, it depends on your execution. But it's another way to cover your instant air dashing to players who kind of learning that kind of thing. Because obviously, this is very much an anime thing, not covered in certain games. It's your little cheat way to get around it. However, I find it a little bit more difficult to push buttons afterwards. See how you're kind of getting these odd motion buttons? So every character has a motion heavy in the air. So my neutral jump heavy and my down heavy are very different buttons in the air, right?
Yeah.
I find that it's very easy to kind of get different buttons after using this method.
Yeah.
So I personally use the stock standard 9 and 5 on the motion.
Old 9 to 5, eh?
Yeah, that's the one. All day, every day, mate. Gotta work for it. No cutting corners on that one. But so that's a different way of accomplishing your instant air dash. So just suited to the player.
Quickly to note, you can't do it backwards.
No, you cannot do it backwards. You will get your regular super dash.
Yes. Okay.
I reckon you play some games and then start talking about what you're not
What's going on?
understanding. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, we'll just take it from the top, right here and now.
Sounds good. Oh boy.
So, something that we didn't really cover too much, but it becomes very apparent with very little play of this game, is that this game is got an anime sense in the combo system. I believe they call it Gutling combos, I think is probably the general term for it.
Yeah.
But it's like effectively in Street Fighter, it's a tiger combo where you get to go through all of your buttons indiscriminately as long as you don't go down the scale. So light, medium, and heavy in any sort of fashion you want, as long as you don't go back down the ladder. And so what that means is your combos become very stock standard and easy, right? So if I hit you with a light, I'm going to hit you with a medium after, and then I'm going to hit you with a heavy, because that only makes sense, right? You want to get as many hits as you want. There can be a little bit more properties to it, but for the beginners who don't really want to pick up combos just yet, you're not really going to get punished all that much for doing much else apart from hitting buttons from light, medium, and then heavy again. There is, however, a special property on your heavy, which we'll explain.
Yeah.
Landed, there we go. Your game will freeze, kind of like a little bit cinematic on hit, and it'll give you an opportunity to follow up. And so you can do that by either hitting your heavy button again. So if you're a masher like me, and just every time you hit your heavy, you just mash it.
Like that.
Yep, exactly. Or you can hit your super dash.
Yeah, right.
And it will follow up, and it'll give you the chance at air combos, which again, it's the exact same stuff where you can just go light, medium, heavy, or however you want. But in general, when it comes to a grounded combo and air combo, your heavy is undoubtedly a finisher. So as soon as you hit your heavy, you're kind of committed to ending your combo on the ground or in the air.
Yeah, right.
Oh, of course, we neglected to mention the spark mechanic, which, for all intensive purposes, is a comeback mechanic. So when you become stronger, the less characters you have. So, since we're on our last characters, it's as powerful as it's gonna get. And what it effectively does is give you ridiculously overpowered health regen, so it regens your blue health. And allows you to cancel basically every button in the game. So it gets a little bit hectic.
Yeah.
So as an example,
oh god, I wonder why games got so. Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
So the super dash we're talking about before, it is negative.
Yeah.
So if your opponent chooses the super dash and you block it, they're effectively giving up their turn in essence. However, when you are sparked, if I spark, I'm just going to go ham with the button. And there's very little you can do about it. That's considered a frame trap, and if you push a button there, you are you risk it a whole lot, unfortunately. It's a little bit hectic. So when your opponent is sparked, you're probably gonna wanna like hold tight. Of course, to do the spark is you just hit all 4 of your attack buttons, so you're like medium, heavy, and your special at the same time. Or if you're lazy like us, you just hit both your macros. But yeah, it effectively enhances every aspect of your game, gives you health regen, and allows you to air cancel things that aren't necessarily air cancelable before. Alright, so your super dashes. Actually, first is probably easier. So so key blasts in this game. Most characters, if you just do your general key blast button, your S, your special, you'll get what's considered a key blast, right? Which is just little orbs and stuff like that you can fire around, just a little projectile. But if you do a motion, most characters are going to get special key blasts, have a little bit more priority in them. So they explode, they get a little bit more hit stun to it. However, your general key blast, your super dash, is entirely immune to key blast.
Like this.
Like that.
Oh, interesting.
So your super dash is going to punish your the key blast. Exactly. So people are just sitting there going like that, a little bit crazy. However, if your opponent's doing something like a Kamehameha, like a motion special, I think they call them beams. I think it's a technical term in this game. Your super dash will not go through that. You'll get pumped.
Yeah,
so it's not something like that. You're not going to go through. But something like that, you're going to fly your ass through very quickly. Exactly like that.
And you can do it from block as well, right?
It's a little bit dependent, but in general,
so if
yes.
I'm doing that,
Yeah, it is something that you'll have to figure out, but in general, yes. So most characters can either hold or mash their special button and get kind of like a key blast gutling machine gun type thing happening, like LLL's doing now. And if I just hit my super dash while blocking it, you prepare for a world of pain. However, what you can do is to the players who want to use that as a zoning tool, but are a little bit afraid. Yeah, Vegeta, sorry, not Vegeta, Frieza can do it as well if you hold it down. Is if you just push it once, and I fly through, you can block it or you can punish it by using your down H. So if you do it for me, I'll try and react.
Cool.
And see if you can down heavy. There we go.
That's cool.
So there's a little bit of mind games to it. And so obviously, if I'm not looking for it, say you just tap it twice or something like that, something a little bit more bearable.
Yeah.
Man, I've got to start thinking of down heavy as like a EXDP or something.
Yeah, right.
Not an EXTP. I wouldn't.
Not a reversal, but yeah.
No. So
I just feel like it. Go.
Yeah, it's just general purpose anti-air. It's like I think, and Street Fighter is even kind of directing themselves towards most down heavies as kind of being an anti-air, right? Just kind of a low profile, high hitting move. But yeah, it's a go-to anti-air for basically everyone in this game, just the way it's built.
Yeah.
Of course, your jump key blast as well. Most characters have got an interesting one. Freezes can be directed, yeah. You can fight with those as well.
Yeah.
And cause pain.
Oh,
of course, we neglected this bad boy. This is a noob killer. So if you hit your medium and your heavy at the same time, you'll spend a bar, and you'll teleport behind your opponent.
Right.
Of course, right?
Because it wouldn't be Dragon Ball without it, would it? Let's be fair. However, to the people who are finding this a little bit fucking annoying,
yeah,
it's airborne. So do it for me.
Oh yeah.
Bang.
My friend.
Easy enough, right? And so if you're prepared for it, it's not free. It's not free.
No.
However, if someone does something a little bit silly, like say this, you can vanish for a punish, right? Because that's big stuff, right? So if you just vanish, bang.
Yeah. Actually, I did that before.
Right.
Same thing with can you do quarter circle forward S for me? Oh, I don't have any meter. Hang on, let me build some of that. There we go. We did
one of the
do it
things
again for me.
just quickly to note is watch my meter. I'm the one on the left. When I move forward, my meter builds.
Of course, yes.
You
yes, that's very much an anime thing. The more ground you take, the more meter you get. So dashing around like that, aggressive play is rewarded.
Yeah.
And, zoning in anime fighters is very much not something they like to encourage. They like brawling.
Yeah.
So that's why you kind of get crazy rewards off losing characters, so to say, by having comeback mechanics like Spark. You've got your reversal supers, and you'll notice that you get so much meter in this game. Ridiculous amount of meter. The game wants you to just use and abuse it and spam it everywhere and all that kind of good stuff.
And do all the fun, pretty things.
More buttons, more buttons. So yeah, I can do that. Vanish is your go-to, I don't know what to do at the moment. It'll punish something like that, big commitment. So it's a quick way to get around Kamehamehas, assist spamming, people who are jumping around. And it is positive on block. You are, if your opponent is doing something or is not, as in they're in the air, they're not in a position to down heavy it.
Have a serious match.
Alright, let's go. I got you, fam. I've learned so much right now.
Oh yeah. Probably a lot to practice. I get you.
Yeah.
So I'm being a bit of a noob here, right? If I'm gonna do that,
I should press that button. Yeah. Except I should do it.
you can
On reaction.
There we go. And it's a heavy, so you get the follow up.
Yeah.
You can do your generic Gutling combos. You can go light, medium, heavy if you want. If you want to get a bit more advanced, you can light, medium. You can jump cancel, and then light, medium again.
Or you can just spam light.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But now I'm going to cover my approach and be rude. So it's not free anymore. Now you got to think about it a little bit.
Is comboing from overheads a thing?
No. So I've heard the fabled mysteries that on counter hit it is.
What's this?
Overheads being a combo ball. They are not in general.
Okay.
Unless you get them super meaty.
Yeah, I'm sure there are exceptions that I'm not thinking of at the moment. But the way I like to do it is if I believe I'm going to do an overhead and I want to mix up my opponent to stop the blocking low, I do the overhead and at the exact same time I push an assist. So if they get hit by the overhead, they get hit by the assist. And then it also covers my overhead. So because your overhead is 0 on block. So it puts you in a neutral stance, right? But if I overhead and I put an assist behind it, it's now positive.
Right.
Because my buddy's got my back. He's laying down that cover fire.
What?
There you go. And then, yeah, there we go. So it's a good answer. It's not the best answer for a lot of cases, but it's a reliable answer. Nice.
Yeah.
So I'm not even getting fancy with my combos right now. I'm just doing the generic dirty stuff. Oh, he got me. My shenanigans exposed. So that's 2H is a very good way of stopping your opponent from abusing Super Dash and kind of using this as a get in for free card. However, you do need to be careful because Super Dash is not punishable. There's a misconception I believe a lot of players have at the beginning. It is not punishable. It is negative, but it's not punishable. So what will happen when a smart player who believes he's going to get punished is he can Super Dash, and if you're trying to stop any sort of shenanigan follow-ups, he's going to block, and your 2H is punishable.
Right.
So you're running the risk in an attempt to stop me from being a noob.
Right.
Feeling turns, so to say. But if you're super worried about it, hit an assist button at the same time. if in doubt, assist it out, man. That's what they're there for.
Just gonna note that down.
When in doubt, assist it out.
That's it. Assists are fantastic for covering negative situations.
Yeah, right.
They're your go-to steal and turn.
Right.
That's what they're built for. They're built for pressure, non-commit and pressure, if that makes sense.
Okay, so for me, right, all I want to do is I want to get in and do that. Or actually, that. That's all I'm trying to do. That's my game plan. Alright, I'm trying to do that, but while you're doing that, I have Kamehamehas coming across the screen, I have lots of things happening. So what should be my approach?
Okay, so the way I like to break it down is don't overcomplicate it. First thing is you've got your ground approach. You simply dash up in, right? You've got your air approach, which can be either your super dash, which it's not reliable, but it'll get you in, or you've got your instant air dash, right? Which is what we described before. Obviously, your grounded approach is going to prevent your opponent's air approach because you've got your down heavy in case of your opponent, jumping or whatnot. And your air approach is going to stop your opponents like beam spamming and whatnot, projectiles and everything.
Yeah.
But your assists break that, right? So if I assist, I've now got my ground covered. So if I approach in the air, I've now got the air and the ground covered. If that makes sense. But of course, your opponent's going to be doing the same thing. He's going to be using his assists.
Yeah.
So it's kind of up to you to decide whether you want to strike first and kind of hit your opponent as they approach in. So say as an example, if my very first thing I do is hit my assist button and then dash in like that to grab space.
Yeah.
If you say you do a key blast or you do a super dash, you're going to catch me dashing in the air like that. You're going to remove my assist because you've hit me, and now you've taken the advantage.
Right.
So it's up to you whether you want to be proactive about defending against that, by simply pushing something a little bit quicker than the assist, or if you want to defend that and now take the ground approach while your opponent's assist is on cooldown.
Yeah, right.
Those are the mind games around it. And if you've got bar, let's avoid neutral and do this. Right? is also your options.
Yeah, right.
But in general, a very safe one is to choose an assist, mainly a beam assist, like a Saiyan or something like that, so you're a Vegeta assist, and just follow it up. Frieza's probably not as reliable for such a thing because he requires certain spacing.
Yeah.
And he juggles the opponent in a very odd way when it hits and all that kind of stuff. It makes it a little bit difficult. But you're saying your Vegeta is very reliable in that essence, and he's going to get you in.
Yeah. All right. So can I just say 3 things have just happened right then that we haven't spoken about yet. Number 1 is this. Universal overhead.
Yep, everyone has this bad boy.
Yeah. It's
And
kind of
it
like
is
a
always
strike.
0 on block, apparently. According to the blokes mind the frame data, if that is block, so it is obviously it's a high. If it's block, you push a button, your opponent pushes the button, quickest button wins or flash.
Yeah.
So it's a turn for both neutral state. And you're very much on top of each other, so prepared for many shenanigans.
No, definitely.
Yep, so that's what I was describing before. When in doubt,
Yeah.
you assist it out, so I'm going to do that, and I'm going to put an assist behind it. Now I am positive.
Yeah.
So and it can be gut linked into as well. So if you block and you're doing, so the string that you were doing before, the down light, down medium, stand medium, you can then cancel it into your overhead. So if you've noticed that your opponent's not getting hit,
wow.
link that in.
Oh, it's actually cancelling. Okay.
Yes, so it can be gut linked like that. So in general, so if I'm a defending player, by the way, a general rule is if I block 2 mediums, that my opponent can no longer go low because they've done they've done their stand medium and their crouching medium, right, which is their double. Their any chance of opportunity are low, which means might as well block high. So if I've done that, I'm just going to block high in instinct. You can try and jump out, anything like that.
Interesting.
That's so cool. All right.
There are a couple of exceptions again.
Yeah, obviously.
Filthy characters like Cell who can very much abuse that, but in general, it's a key way to defend block.
Yeah. And one more thing that happened before is this.
Yes, so if you hold back, so 4 and then hit special, every character has a parry. It's not a parry in a sense that if you block, sorry, if I parry your button, I get a free hit, but it has hard to tell with the just gut link combo. It's kind of hard to tell with the but if I mash that, it has immense pushback and stops me from getting hit. And it seems, my understanding is that it's far less than say the block stun on the hit. So if your button is +5, it's not. Let's say it's +5, it is probably now negative because I've parried. However, again, it's not a be-all end-all option because I do the parry and you do not push a button. I've just left myself out well open because the recovery on that thing is insane.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Oh, I think I pressed a button.
It'll
Now we
sort
good.
itself out, yeah.
There we go. Cool. All right. And just quickly, Raimi, you've been absolutely amazing in the chat. I will make sure you get a Red Bull code as well. Because we are still giving away Red Bull codes. If you have anything useful to say or a really good question out there, chuck it in the Twitch chat. We'll send you out a Red Bull code. Also,
and futures and anyone subscribing.
Yeah.
Team WP.
Yeah. No, take it, Polly.
Go.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
And anyone who subscribes to the Team WP Twitch this episode will go into the running to win a Dragon Ball Z Fighters t-shirt that we're giving away at the end of this episode. So subscribe and you go in the running to win.
Easily the coolest kid at a party.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, I think we've covered many base mechanics and kind of an understanding of what the use of everything is. So I think now, unless you've got any questions.
There's one more thing that I think we need to cover, which is teching. Not grab teching like aerial teching, ground teching, that stuff.
Oh, of course. So in this game, if you get put in a juggle state, you kind of fall until you push a button and push yourself out of this juggle state. If you leave yourself in it, your opponent can keep hitting you. You're kind of like in a state of being stunned, if that makes sense, where you have no control over your character, you can't block, but you can be hit. How to avoid that is by simply pushing a button.
Yeah, any button.
You'll flip out. Now, the way it works is if you hold the direction, you'll flip out in that direction. So if you knock me around, if I hold up, I will flip up. If you do it to me one more time and I hold back, I'll flip backwards. It's kind of the game's way of stopping your opponent from being too oppressive. So say if you knock me down, I have a little bit of options to stop you from just getting a generic melee over and over and over. Right?
It's kind of like delay teching, back rise.
Exactly. It's a little bit of help for the defending. People can mash the button if you're uncertain of when the combo is going to be end or if your opponent's going to drop the button. You can mash it. However, in this game,
you can just
it likes to treat mashing as you can hold the button. So if I hold up as in my light, I am just going to flip out eventually. And so it's a little bit easier and a little bit safer to just hold down a button and attempt to flip.
Yeah.
Because there is very rare edge cases in this game where flipping out immediately is a bad idea. But 99.99999% of the time, you want to flip out immediately so your opponent doesn't reset you by accident.
Yeah.
It doesn't drop a combo and all of a sudden get a second combo for free. That's not fair.
Yeah, exactly. One of the things is, as you're saying, you can still be hit when the if you don't flip out, that combo will still continue. So you have missed your opportunity to tech out, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you'll know if that's happened if, as Rami said, the combo counter, if you've seen that, it is red for a true combo, like that. Those 3 hits, 4 hits, 5 hits, 6 hits, 7 hits. All right, that's true combo, but
it will turn blue.
Like that.
If he screws it up and I don't tech.
Exactly. So when it turned blue, that means he missed the opportunity to tech.
Yeah, there is very little reason at the moment. Until people kind of develop this game further, they might change. But at the moment, there's only one case I can possibly think of on the reason why you would not immediately flip out. Of course, the game will automatically flip you out once you touch the ground.
Yeah.
But you don't really want to wait that long.
Yeah.
So my advice is to always just hold your light button, and if you're completely unsure of when the combo ends, hold backwards and light, and you'll automatically tech backwards and block.
Yeah.
So you cannot be hit and reset. If you're a little bit, if you don't want to give up so much space, so your opponent is kind of grabbing you out of that or whatever, if you hold up and hold down your light button, you'll tech over the top of them. You'll avoid that situation. So mix it up a little bit, but in general, holding back, holding light, is the safest way possible to avoid getting reset.
Yeah, right.
Have you guys talked about Dragon Rush? Is that what it's called?
That's what that's
the grab.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, we can. So obviously we mentioned before it's light and medium together. It's the grab of the game. It can be done in the air, it can be done on the ground. As far as I'm aware of, they're both active on top of each other. A grab will always beat a button. It will not beat a projectile. It has no invincibility to it whatsoever. And if you want to tech, aka if your opponent wants to throw you and you want to avoid that throw while staying on the ground, what you can do is if you try and grab me, and I'll see if I can do it. I failed it, but we'll try again. And we'll keep trying. Is if you push any attack button that isn't your special.
Right. Try me. Oh man, it's fast.
It's
oh, just not used to it.
I think it's the case that you're not used to it. Because I was trying it in training mode before, I managed to get it. But in a heated situation, something that a lot of players are going to have to develop. So you should always be looking for that little green flash.
Yeah, so it's not too bad if you're looking for it. And like, that's all I was focusing on, was that little green flash.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you're blocking, what else are you doing, right?
Yeah, I know, right?
Because, so, the way the grab works on off, right, is if you're blocking my block string, and I'm just kind of being a bit of a twit and just kind of pushing all the buttons, if I want to grab you, I have to stop at a negative button. As far as I'm aware, basically every button in the game is negative. And that's the reason why the Gutling combos exist, or the Gutling block strings, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, right.
It's because they kind of cancel into each other to avoid being negative, right? So it's kind of your turn until it keeps going. So you kind of hit the end of the ladder, so to say.
Yeah.
But if you want to stop and you want to grab me, because obviously grab is the answer to block, you have to stop on a negative, right?
Yeah.
So the whole idea is it's very easy for a player to just hold down back, and when the pressure ends, it's very blatant that it's over, right? And then the grab's going to come out and then you're going to tech it. So my opinion is, and my advice, is that you should always be looking to tech a throw on wake up. Because a meaty throw is very much a thing. Because it kind of avoids that being negative to grab. Or look for a throw after a special or after a heavy button or something like that.
Yeah.
Because it is insanely risky for a player to throw out their throw while in the middle of their gutling or keeping you blocking.
Yeah.
It's not safe at all. There is seconds between that occurrence, right?
Yeah, like that from me doing those moves into that
it's
throw
slow.
took so long.
It's very slow.
Like I was mashing that as soon as after I pressed heavy, I was mashing. I'm not sure if you heard it, but yeah, it took forever.
Yeah. It's definitely something that obviously players are going to have to learn in time to look for that green circle. Again, obviously it can be done in the air, it can be teched the same way. But yeah, it's very much a risk in this game. Blocking is always your option. Look for it if in a meaty situation.
Yeah.
Or when your opponent is obviously giving up the turn, okay, hitting the end of their ladder, using a heavy or a special.
Yeah.
That's how I think how the majority of people who are learning should be looking at throws.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, obviously something I only learned recently is if you throw your opponent and you mash or hold the button, you do more damage.
Oh, cool.
What?
Because obviously you're hitting them, right?
Oh, yeah.
Did you tech? You tech? Okay, I completely forgot about this. I forgot this is a thing because no one ever does this. Incredibly unsafe.
It's you know what? It's fun to do with your friends. I would say.
It generates meter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like like delayed wake ups aren't really that. I don't know. I haven't really seen much time to do that after some sort of knockdown.
I have no idea when you're supposed to ever do that. It is so incredibly unsafe, and if your opponent sees you do it, they can react with a super dash, jump the whole screen, and catch your ass for doing it.
And you can only do it on the ground as well.
You can only do it on the ground.
So like, even if you get a hard knockdown from the air, you still have to wait, come down, land, and then charge.
Yep.
And like,
and it's a huge recovery. So we're tapping it, and that's how long it's dedicated. It's not safe.
Wow.
And you can't cancel it at all. So
I think it's there for the sake of nostalgia, and because every other Dragon Ball game has had it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not clever. But that's how you spot a Street Fighter player, is because they'll do that. They'll do that randomly in your face.
Yeah. Because they'll try and throw you.
Yep, they'll try and throw you.
They'll run up and throw you and...
Yeah, like that. Yeah. That's how you spot a Street Fighter player.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. If anyone's unsure of anything else, they can ask, and I can kind of explain the meta behind it.
Yeah.
At the moment, but in general, as long as you've got your anti-airs, an understanding of what your anti-air beats, how your Gatling combo works, how you take your throws, really not much else to this game. Everything becomes very obvious, especially when you just start mashing your assist on cooldown and realizing how abundantly powerful they are in every situation.
Yeah, right.
Because at the moment, my favorite tech is if I think my opponent's going to be aggressive, I'm going to hit my assist, and see how you've just hit Goku Black?
Yeah.
My opponent's going to confirm because they see a hit.
Right.
And I'm going to be blocking the whole time.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Cheeky.
So if you use an assist and they do get hit, they will get grey health. But as long as your other characters are on the bench, if I swap out...
Oh, sorry.
You swap out, We'll see. Grey health gets regenerated while your characters are on the bench.
Yeah.
So if we watch, it's slowly going up. It's not slowly going, it's rapidly going up. That is something that you very much want to deal with very much now. So if you've ever landed some sick combo, like let's say I'm being fucking lazy and I'm like, yeah, yoo-hoo. And see all this red, right? It's building up, which means you're going to get a lot of grey health. Because that's how anime fighters work. They give you a certain amount of your damage back as grey health, as we'll see. There it is, half of it there. You're going to want to swap out because you want to make it the most of that grey health, right? You're not going to get it back here, but you want to swap out.
So how do you deal with that?
If I know that, swap out for me. Let's assume you're swapping out. Just swap out. Oh, sorry, I wasn't ready. Let's go for it again.
Yeah.
It's a super dash.
Yeah, right.
That means you get your full punish as long as you're ready. There are other ways to deal with it. So you can use your assist to cover that basis in case you're worried about it, because obviously beam specials and most assists and stuff like that will hit them.
Yeah. But, so there are multiple... there's another thing that I've seen you do, what people can do, which is... no, not that. This one.
Right. So if you throw your opponent and hold down an assist, it calls out their assist from that slot. So as an example, if I hold down my assist while throwing you, my assist 1, your assist 1 is going to swap out. Now when a character swaps out, even if it's the player doing it themselves, they lose all their grey health.
Yeah.
So if your if you miss out and your opponent swaps for free and you weren't prepared and you manage to throw them, now's the opportunity to quickly bring them back out and remove that grey health. It's not always efficient. In the sense that I'm kind of giving, because if I show you, if I throw you and swap you out, you're pretty far away. Like you hop to the other side of the screen, I'm kind of giving up pressure. And I've also just given your current character grey health to now sit back on the bench. Yeah. So it's something that you want to use if your opponent swaps out and you want to deal with that large amount of grey health as soon as possible. But it's not something you should just be doing on the regular. Because it effectively gives up pressure.
Yeah, so it's just to get rid of grey health, basically.
Yeah, or bring out a character that's perhaps like low health.
Yeah.
Force your opponent to take a risk to put that back on the bench. Because as long as your character has 1 HP, he's got an assist, right?
Yeah, right.
But be aware, like I said, that if your assist gets hit, they do take grey health. If you hit my assist with 1 HP, he's dying.
Yeah, right.
He doesn't need to be out. Alright, do we want to play? We want to give it all...
Yeah, we've had an hour info bomb. So...
yeah, it's a lot.
But
what I'm hoping to do, just beat me... Oh, the time is 25 seconds.
Yeah.
But what I'm hoping to do is after I've kind of explained these core mechanics and we've got an understanding, we've discussed them a little bit, when we play, we'll very much see a lot of these things come into play. And if I'm doing something that is very much negative or very much a risk on my part, I'd like to describe it and kind of assess it. It might be a little bit on the fly, but it'll give it a little bit of reflection as we're playing. And hopefully the viewers can kind of see what's going on.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me.
Alright, gotta freeze it on that 1 second for as long as possible.
Yeah.
Landed it nice.
Cool. And for those at home, for what I just did there is when you've done a super, if you can bring in your assists to do their super as well.
Yep, simply by just hitting the assist button after you've supered
Yeah.
yourself. That again will bring the character in. You'll swap it, and you'll lose the great HP off that character.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
Yeah. So see there how I took double ground approach. You just jumped,
Yeah.
and then you just got out of that. I'm gonna block that in the air. So I'm gonna cover the ground again. This time I'm gonna cover air. You've got the block, which is good. Remember to use your 2H as your anti-air.
Yeah.
If
So
I'm gonna
I'm starting
Hey,
to
go ahead.
discover my problem is I don't like this button layout. Nothing
That's
against
okay,
like.
you can't change it.
I'll change it when I get home one day. Because yeah. Anyway, let's go.
Do you prefer the light, medium, heavy on top?
Yeah, light, medium, heavy on top. And I keep trying to do that. And yeah, I do the grab instead of command dash. And then I try to yeah, anyway, doesn't matter. But yeah, learning.
The reason I kept it at default was because of the 2-button moves. I prefer hitting
Yeah,
two
so it
buttons
makes
rather
sense,
than
right?
macros. And then the assists are at the end of the the button layout, so it's easy for me, for my hand, to find them without hitting R1 and is that R2? Yeah.
Yes.
By accident.
Oh, so dead. And Raimi says happy birthdays are still a thing.
Yeah, so
Is that an
My
anime
understanding-
reference?
no, it's a Marvel reference, I believe.
Ah.
This is my because I've never played Marvel in my life. This is my limited knowledge. Happy birthday is when you call for an assist or a character swap, leaving 2 characters on the screen, and then you combo both characters while they're quickly on the screen together. If
Yeah.
that makes sense. So if I call for an assist and I get hit, my character's on the screen, you can combo both those characters until
Huh.
one of them goes away. One of them will have priority to leave because obviously you can only play one character at a time.
Yeah.
But I believe that's what's considered a happy birthday, is when a second character pops out and congratulates you on the win. Do you use your
this-
assist for a grand?
Is this
Oh, I did.
no.
Oh.
Oh, that's the boy.
Oh boy.
Oh, nice.
I didn't even know how I turned to Golden Freezer. Mashing so hard.
this is a reference that I don't know, because I've got to be open and honest to everyone. I actually missed Dragon Ball by a couple of years. So.
Golden Freezer's something new.
Oh,
That is
okay.
pretty
Right.
new. Yeah, within
Yeah.
the last like 4 years, I think. I'm gonna change your character out because I like the fact he's got low HP. And the thing about Frieza is when he's in his golden form, after a period of time, he gets exhausted. So your bonuses aren't free.
Yes.
And so we'll see in a bit. Thank you. You'll get exhausted. I'm just gonna wait it out because that is the ticking time bomb right now, and you cannot remove it. See,
Yeah,
there he
nice.
is.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I fired the key pass at the same time, so I could push it. Just for reference, when you fall out of your golden freezer state,
Yeah.
if you hit S, I believe it's supposed to be like a movie thing, but
Oh, where he goes, no, and he, yeah.
yeah, and a little subordinate will fire a laser from off screen to protect you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
It's just
cool.
like a key blast, like it's no different to like this, but
Yeah.
it stops people from getting sweaty.
Yeah, that's rad.
Is this true? A friend of mine is chatting about DBZ in DBZ, I should say, in
Oh, we're fighting.
in a thing, and he said you weren't young enough to get
Oh,
annoyed
there it
at
is.
9/11 interrupting the latest episode of DBZ. Is that a thing that happened? I suppose it did. Early
Yeah.
morning and yeah. I can imagine that
Oops.
being bizarre for a kid. Anyway,
Yeah.
stop the serious stuff.
What I'll do is I'll pass to Polly, because I'm sure he's been soaking in everything that we've just been talking about.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, like a sponge.
He's freaking out.
Yeah, he's so ready. So,
I wouldn't mind knowing though, from your point of view, like what you feel like you're not understanding, and so. But we can get to that later. This is going to be horrible because I've not.
What I want you to focus on, Polly, is using your assist one, your Vegeta assist, kind of in these neutral situations. Just push it. Don't hold
okay,
it.
don't hold it. So you're gonna have to swap back to Gohan in a sec.
Yeah, swap back for now, because Gohan's assist does not accomplish what a lot of these other assists will, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's very much a combo assist. Just in these
So
neutral
just touch it.
situations where it's on the cooldown, right? But wait.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
it's funny.
Yeah. Yep. So, and then use that as to cover your ground to safely approach.
So
these
on the
neutral
way to you, or when I get to
Yep.
you?
So if you push it, your character is not locked into stun at all, any sort of animation. So you can
Oh, I
just
see
come
what you mean.
on in. And I'm gonna do the same, right? So I'm gonna do that and then do dirty stuff, right? But I want you to focus on that.
Yep.
When I'm in a pressure situation, I want you to focus on blocking low immediately, unless you see me jump or you see
Yep.
me grab. And then, I guess
And-
outside of that,
Oops,
for
that's
now,
not-
just
I mean-
try and work on anti-airing with down heavy.
Yeah.
So approach the neutral with your assists, block low for the first 3 hits into high, watch for jumps and grabs. So general Street Fighter stuff, right? And then
Yeah.
focus on 2H'ing the jumping.
Oh. So,
Remember to hold the tech, yeah, nice.
So yeah, I think this game is starting to make a little bit more sense, for me at least, anyway.
Oh, that was smart.
And like watching it, I'm understanding a little bit more of what's actually happening, as opposed to holy shit, there's a lot of things on screen.
Yes,
I'm
it
dead.
is pretty overwhelming at the beginning, but everything in the game seems to have a very clear purpose. Because this game, in my eyes, this game is very simple.
Yeah,
Everything either has an obvious defensive purpose or an obvious aggressive purpose.
yeah, right.
That's kind of how I've absorbed a lot of the information for now, until we kind of
Oh,
get into like the super
wrong one.
tech that everyone's going to develop eventually, right?
Yeah, that's gonna be so scary.
But as an example, the gutling system is very much intended for aggression. The parry system and the block in the air is something very much intended for defense. Same with 2H. And
Yeah,
that's kind of how I've absorbed it all.
yeah, right. Nice.
Oh, damn.
Very much a rock paper scissors game. There's normally an answer to everything you do.
Good blocks.
I'd sit your freezer on the way out, the poor bastard.
Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, if you
Oh.
the pursuit is like I mentioned before, the pursuit is negative. The super dash.
yeah.
So
Oh, damn.
crazy there. But you can dash out of it and whatnot. But don't get a little too crazy and start pushing buttons like that afterwards, because
Yeah.
if your opponent just chooses to push the button, chances are you're gonna get your ass whooped.
Yeah, right.
So I like to be a little bit careful with it. So I like to if I think it's gonna be blocked,
Oops.
I'll play around the anti-airs. That's what.
All right.
Oh, that's what I meant to do.
What else? No, I think just for me, it's getting stuck between Blaze Blue and this. I think that's basically it. Also,
Oh, it's too early.
Sorry,
Yeah.
something I neglected to mention. Level 3 supers in general are invincible and wake up. So if your opponent has 3 bars, prepare to be noobed out.
I like it. Sorry, Travoili says
Oh, damn.
you have a green square.
Yeah, so there is I think this is an Arxis thing, because I believe they have it in Guilty Gear, to some degree. It's
Yeah.
kind of like a matchmaking, like all-rounder consensus on your rank, I guess. So like every game you play, the color kind of represents how well you do. and
Yeah,
how often
right.
you play. So if you don't play for a while, your color will change. If you start beating people better than you, your color will change. Green is actually really low. So I've been dark green until today, which is second lowest.
Right.
Because for whatever reason, the system apparently only upgrades you if you play a certain amount of people around your own rating. And because I grinded out that rank right off the bat when everyone was a green square, or a white square like yourself who hasn't done any matchmaking yet, I got put in double digits on the ladder at the beginning.
Yeah.
Could only verse people with the faded red and pink squares, which are the highest ones.
Yeah.
Nowhere near the green, and got stuck in green.
Ah, joy.
Yeah, like a noob.
Haha.
So, the Dragon Balls are a mechanic in this game that they exist. I've never seen them summoned, but basically how it works is if you auto combo and get all 7 Dragon Balls, you get 7 bars, and then auto combo again, it'll give you some crazy bonuses that aren't game winning, but the holy hell do they help. Okay, so as you're seeing there, Polly, I'm using my Gatling combos, but instead of cancelling into a special, I'm cancelling the super dash.
Yeah, I don't know how to deal with that. And do I have to...
2H.
Okay.
I was trying. That's what I was
either-
actually trying to. Yeah.
Yeah, block. It's a prediction. It's a prediction to get rid of that, like to deal with that. You might be able to do it, but it'd be a very fast reaction. Yeah,
There
like
we
that.
Yeah.
Only because I knew you were doing it though
Yeah.
previously.
But I mean, blocking it's not the end of the world. Like I said, it's negative.
Yeah.
In general, you should be pushing a medium button or a some sort of assist or something to back it up afterwards. It's very much like a noob tactic to deal back.
Oh,
Yeah.
And whoops.
Cool. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure the Dragon Balls are in there as like the same reason the power-up charge is there. Because, you
Yeah.
know,
For the sake of it.
for the sake of it.
My man.
Nice.
Alright, Polly.
I can hit 2 buttons.
Are we turning it up a notch?
Oh wait, what are you doing?
Do the Golden Freezer.
Oh, how do you do that?
Alright, quarter circle back and then hit your super dash.
Yeah.
So that I'm pretty sure that just makes him do more damage and he gets quicker. So if you run around, look how quick you are.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Whoa.
What the...
It's very quick.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that health regen as well. So good.
Yeah, that's from the spark. Yeah, so when
Yeah.
you've got your last character alive, you should be sparking when you've got any sort of grey health. You're about to
Yeah.
die. Those discs, by the way, will hit you on the way back because
Yeah.
more.
Uh-oh. And they're
Oh no,
unblockable.
he low profiled my That's funny.
It was all done on purpose, I'm sure.
So an easy freezer combo, just for now, by the way. If I can hit you. Is you do the light, medium, heavy, and then do quarter circle forward special. So light, medium, heavy, quarter circle forward special. And then you can cancel
Yeah.
under super. You remember how to deal with this?
Yeah.
That's one way. That's
There
the
we
other way.
go.
oh.
Oh man.
So in my mind, the key blast is supposed to be used as like a defensive option. Control space. But the super dash just happens to beat it.
Yeah.
Do we want to have anyone else join the lobby?
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah! Cool. So if anyone has this game on PC, please come join us. We're in Arena Lobby 1.
Yeah, I believe that's it. And the password is 111.
Yeah. So come join us. We'd love to watch someone more competent than us. MDP says that some characters work better together than others, right?
In essence, yes. So, because I think it's more that a couple of characters are specialized. If that makes sense. So they don't work well with others in a broader sense. Whereas
Yeah.
someone like Vegeta and Goku Black, where their assists and supers very much combo into everyone else's assists and supers.
Yeah.
They have direct synergy, so they're very much team players.
Yeah.
With someone like Team Gohan, he doesn't really work well with others.
Really?
He kind of at the beginning, so when you're using him himself,
Yeah.
most supers will help him combo and pressure and whatnot. But
When he's on your
his assist is basically dead weight in a lot of situations.
Yeah, right.
Because you see here, like, I'm not really trying to, I'm just hitting all my supers and they're all comboing.
Yeah.
And that's mainly because Frieza and Goku Black, their assistant supers are just kind of go everywhere.
Oh man, that scene transition.
Yeah, from killing a character. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna instant overhead by doing the instant jump. I'm trying to throw you, but it's unsafe as hell.
Okay, does it? Oh,
Yeah, so in general, to people who are worried about team synergy,
Yeah.
to be honest, as long as you've got a Saiyan in there, like one of like the main ones, like Vegeta and Goku and who I guess basically anyone associated with Goku outside of Gohan, I think,
Yeah.
and Yamcha are probably good go-tos. They're gonna do the job. Do we want to? After this one, we'll return to ring, and I'll change out the lobby settings to allow others to kind of have a go around.
Yeah.
Nice work.
Oh, there we go.
So that's a very simple approach that a lot of people are going to use because they're lazy.
Look, and it's a good way to get an understanding of the game to start with. Bit of text.
I know.
You just hold it. And
I'll just hold it?
Yeah,
not...
just hold it. You don't have to tap it.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
So you can mash things in this game, but they like
Yeah.
to simplify it by allowing you to hold it because, I don't know, design decisions. You see how if you block the two lows at the beginning, defense becomes a whole lot easier, doesn't it? I've very
Yeah.
much got to think about it. And that's where my assistant... Oh, he tried to throw.
There's a wrong. There's a
He
wrong.
tried to throw.
Nice cover up. We know you're a Street Fighter player. You don't need to hide it. So I'm gonna super here, and then gonna swap using my super. That way I can get that grey health on 21, chipping away on the bench.
Yeah, right.
But I don't need to use that super unsafe super dash. So what you should do here is because you had the extra bar when you are supered, you should have hit your other assist button.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
And swapped out as well.
Oh,
That's right. We're all learning here.
can you parry mid-block string?
No. Hard block strings you cannot. Brain traps you can.
Yeah, right.
Oh no, he's too far away? Too
Ooh.
small. Nice work.
Oh,
Nice stuff.
oh, here we go.
damn. Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
What a lot of people will do there in their instant air dash overhead, because obviously a jump attack's need to be blocked over.
Yeah.
Sorry. So a lot of people are going to do that to kind of hide a good portion of their overhead. Yeah, see, look how you're comboing two characters.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
that's it.
And
Someone with a little bit more lore knowledge will tell me that that's supposed to do something with giving a gift, and that's why it's a happy birthday, but...
someone correct me if I'm wrong, but when your assist character is getting hit like that, their damage is not scaled.
Oops, I didn't mean that.
It wouldn't...
So I'm not sure.
I think it's the same. I think it is the same. I think it's scaled.
You think it's scaled?
Yeah, but I mean, it might be scaled like with different
Softer?
degree. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
hard one to tell without knowing.
Sound
I
a little bit more.
couldn't really give it an estimated guess because it doesn't really happen very often.
Yeah.
And I am dropping that combo every instant. But that's okay because Polly needs to hold his tech button.
He does need to hold his tech button.
So here, Polly, I'd just be holding light and back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you pushed your button before me.
And not kill.
So I'm gonna swap because I'm
Oh,
not.
damn.
That's something you should always be prepared for.
Yeah, right. Raimi says that they have their own damage scaling.
They have their own damage scaling. That
Yeah.
might be because they have different HP pools. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I guess maybe they
maybe-
do seem to get pretty hard, but
Or maybe it's just they like in the fact that the damage scaling is the same, but because they enter at a different point in the combo, the damage scaling is slightly different.
a good thing you remembered. I fucking forgot.
I forgot as well.
No, I enjoyed. It's all right. Let's keep going.
No, you need to change some lobby settings.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'll change the lobby settings because you know how we've got the rematch option over and over again. That's something that I have set up. So I can turn that off. So if anyone joins, they don't need to worry about that.
Yeah.
But it means if no one joins, we'll waste a lot of time.
So.
Does it tell you if someone joins the lobby? While we're
I
playing?
have no idea. I don't think so.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I'm stuffing my face now. I'm hungry. Had a mouthful of food.
So people out there, Riney, come join us. It'd be good to have some extra hands on deck. Maybe watch two people that are competent playing.
So if you're a little bit quicker on that assist, you might have.
Riney password is 1111.
Whoop.
Super
I got
Oh, I
complicated.
didn't mean that.
Oh, nice touch. So now you should be looking to swap your character in a safe manner if you can, because of all that grey health.
Yeah.
But you got to be careful. You don't want to do it now.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah. So maybe combo. Oh, you don't have enough meter.
I'm looking at the wrong meter too.
Yeah. Oh no.
I'm looking at the wrong side, so.
Yeah. That'll get you.
just as a note, you'll see that I'm not really afraid to be in the air, because obviously you can block in the air.
Yeah.
But don't be too worried about, because it kind of keeps you moving without giving up space, so to say.
Yeah.
My map position is still very much the same, but I'm keeping mobile so that you don't get free pressure.
Yeah. I guess
But
that's
since
something
you're staying on the ground, I get free pressure.
that's going to be hard for Street Fighter players who are used to jumping is bad, stay on ground.
Very much so. Something
Going
I'm
to-
still even kind of getting into.
Into this where jumping is good because it's mobility. Mobility is good. You can bait things. You can air dash. You can
That's right.
yeah.
I don't know
Double
what to
supers.
do.
Double supers.
Oh,
Double
wrong,
supers.
wrong
double
thing,
supers.
wrong meter or something.
Yeah. Ah, that's alright.
We swapped.
Alright, what do you got? Show me your boy.
What? I don't know.
Golden freezer. Golden freezer.
Oops, wrong buttons.
Yeah, we always power up at the start of a good match, right?
Yeah. Golden freezer. Golden freezer.
You remember how to do it, Polly?
Oh, for what?
Golden freezer.
Golden
Oh,
Fraser.
fuck. Right, sorry. No, that's not it. It's the other one.
It's with special, right?
It's special and heavy, yeah, the super dash.
Yeah.
Quarter circle back super dash.
Of course. It
Uh,
You should also spark. You should use your spark.
yeah. Golden free.
No, alright, that's not it.
Super
Spark
dash.
up. Spark up so you heal your health.
Spark. You spark.
Oh, which one's Spark?
All the buttons.
All the
Hit them
buttons.
all.
Mash.
It's like the X Factor burst kind of stuff. Hit all your buttons. There
there
you
you
go.
go.
Oh,
And look at that health regen. It's dumb. Look at this.
Oh, wow.
Look at it.
It's pretty dumb.
What is that? It's pretty dumb.
That's amazing.
Alright. Ollie's letting us down so I can do it.
Yes.
I was doing it. I don't know what's the combination? What's the move? How you
So
do it
yeah,
again?
it's quarter circle back, super dash.
Oh, back. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There,
So
sorry.
in general, quarter circle forward is level 1 super, quarter circle back is level 3 super. This is a level 3 super.
That makes sense. Oh man. By the way, does anyone actually watch Dragon Ball Super or is it just me?
I watched the shit out of that.
Yeah. Are you up to date?
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Pew!
I-
Oh no! That's it, Polly.
oh,
Oh no.
Bang. Oh
I
no.
don't know. You did something, so I thought I hit a button.
Oh, there we go. So, I've seen people get follow-ups after the vanish.
Yep,
I can still win from here, guys.
I believe.
I can describe it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no.
so in general, when you combo,
Yeah.
you're allowed one wall bounce, and one super dash, and one jump cancel, while in the one combo, if that makes sense, without
Yeah,
touching
right.
the ground.
Without a reset.
Yes, you'll vanish if comboed into, will give you a free wall bounce if you haven't wall bounced before. It's the same with, you know how your heavies kind of have like a follow-up mechanic?
Yeah.
You'll only get one of those.
Right. Yeah. All right. Now we get to see Mr. Rhymy battle.
Oh,
I'm
we got
excited.
some low tiers, we got some high tiers, we've got some low lord tiers, the highest of fucking tiers. To anyone who didn't notice, by the way, as someone who played the story mode,
Yeah.
Apparently Frieza's gay for Yamcha.
What?
Yeah. So you know how Frieza has like a bit of a distaste for lower life forms.
Yeah.
The general theme of what happens in the story mode is you kind of go around recruiting people,
Yeah.
because of plot reasons, right?
Yeah.
And when you recruit Yamcha, every time Frieza says that there's something interesting and nice about Yamcha, and he's not opposed to him being a part of the group, even though he's opposed to everyone else.
That's amazing.
It's interesting. I don't know how to feel about it, but I think it's a ship with a high sales flag. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and kill, but I don't think it'll work. So I'm gonna wait a little bit because my super's grounded.
Yeah.
Bang.
Oh, God.
And he's gonna swap out. Is he? I'm looking for it. There it is. I wasn't ready for it because I was dashing, but
Yeah.
see how you got those mind games? Because I know what he wants to do. He knows that I know, but
So, yeah.
And the password for the lobby is 1111.
Yeah. Highly tricky password.
You'll never guess it.
super safe.
Oh, man.
Whoops.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was...
see, I got the wall bounce there, but I wasn't prepared for it. But because I
Yeah.
hit him with the Kamehameha first, so like it,
Yeah, right. Oh, right.
and I can get a combo if I don't fuck it up, though. Oh, that's not happening. I ain't about that life. Full screen command grab? Hell yeah. Fucked it up again. But oh, what is that?
Oh,
Get
he
out of here.
didn't expect the backdash.
That's fucked. Oh, went under me. What is this trickery? It is. Good damage. Bam, bam.
I actually
Oh,
find
that's
this
not bad.
easier to follow than Marvel
Oh, yeah.
by order of magnitudes.
Yeah, no, definitely. I tried watching Marvel once. Nah. Just nah. I think Marvel's what scared me away from,
Tag fighters?
yeah, tag assist fighters. Yeah.
Oh no. Alright, we got it.
Rami was looking so good.
Yeah, but I'm talking. It's hard to play and talk, man.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I put up a little bit more of a fight.
it's easier when you're playing against noobs, though. Like
Yeah.
us.
So I'm holding my tech, holding it up.
Yeah.
Okay, I should have been prepared for that, but it happens. Happens to the best of us. Can't be prepared for everything.
Yeah.
So what
you're
Rhymy
talking
should
again.
be doing, what Rhymy should be doing now is he should be definitely sparking. Because if
Yeah.
one confirm and he's dead.
One
See,
hit is-
yeah. Yeah, so he's got a slither of health. He should have had a lot more than that. So your blue health, your grey health would deteriorate every time you get hit. And so every time I got those stray hits that weren't actually confirmable, I was lowering his grey health, which meant I was lowering the potential of his spark.
Yeah,
Um,
right.
The spark at the moment I assume it's going to get nerfed because it's a little dumb, in my opinion. But it is so insanely powerful. The comeback factor on that thing is absurd.
Yeah, right.
It's, like I was mentioning before, every character that you lose, you get a bit more timer on it. And when your last character left, it is very easy to wipe the opposing team before they can even spark. Because you will generate 3 bars of meter through one combo, because it increases your generation. So you just constantly level 3 supering these people. And your offense is augmented because you can super dash everywhere without a care in the world.
Wow. Yeah, right. Spark is super scary.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, wow, that
I've
was
lost
sick.
many games to Spark on crazy weird characters that I'm not sure how to defend properly against.
Yeah, right. Man, that Kamehameha assist seems really strong.
Hell yeah.
Hmm.
It really does everything.
Yeah.
I dropped the combo.
Poor MTP. Oh, that looks
This is
painful.
why you should always be holding your tech.
Yeah.
Until you learn it for reasons not to do it anyway.
In BlazBlue and Guilty Gear, do you do the same thing? You just hold
Yeah.
back? And
In the newer versions of BlazBlue... Oh, happy birthday. In the newer versions of BlazBlue, you can just hold it. You used to have to mash.
still mashing buttons.
No, you used to have to mash, but now you can just hold.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
I kind of like it, honestly.
The hold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess the mashing feels a little better in a game like Guilty Gear.
Yeah.
I suppose the mashing in this game sucks. If I mash it, I'm gonna get counter hit every time. Something's
Yeah,
gonna come
right.
out.
Yeah.
So I just hold it.
Holding's much safer. Oh.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Hell no.
I like that.
Alright.
So, I've noticed you avoid using Goku Black at all costs, basically.
Yep, because his assist is so damn powerful.
Yeah. So I guess that comes into the character selection thing where you're using Goku Black purely for that assist.
Pretty well, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was mentioning before, the Saiyans are very versatile. Like, they're good characters in themselves.
Yeah.
I think Black might be due for a nerf just because he shouldn't be that good in all facets, if that makes sense.
Yeah, right.
Because he does every mechanic of the game to a very... Okay. We're back in action, boys.
Should have been holding.
Dale loves this stage, by the way.
Yeah.
Every
cool
time
stage.
I play Dale.
It's my selected stage. What I'll do now is actually I'll jump to the back of the queue. I'll let you guys so I can talk without playing. It's very difficult. But
Yeah.
God, what were we even talking about? I lost it. Focus.
We're talking about characters and picking them for their...
Right, so
assist.
yeah, so Goku Black in general, this seems to roll through with Goku, Vegeta. Cell's a little bit awkward because he does have like a beam assist as well, and he does kind of function in the same ways as a lot of the Saiyan characters. But in general, they do everything. There's nothing really wrong. But the reason why I hold Goku Black's assist in such high regard is because not only does it pressure on the ground, but it also extends my combos at any point in the screen.
Yeah, right.
So that's why I just rock with it. And it feels a lot better to hold him out. Am I playing again? Oh, you guys play. You guys play.
Yeah.
If you guys play, I can probably give a little bit better critique if playing things
Makes
without playing.
sense. Just quickly, MDP said he had no idea what to press.
Yeah, okay, so there are instances where I'm going to steal turns back, like I described before, where I climb the top of my ladder of Gutling, my Gutling combo. I hit my highest peak, which is heavy, which means I only have a couple of options. The first one is to cancel into a special, to give me safe pressure, to push an assist button, to steal back pressure. Normally that's fairly safe. And that's what most people are going to do. Or 3, I can cancel into super dash and entirely gimmick the pressure back.
Yeah, right.
If I'm super dashing, a 2H is definitely the answer, or you can simply deflect it by holding back and hitting special.
Yeah.
Or if you're super worried about it, you weren't ready at all, if you block a super dash, you've got a very long period of time to kind of back up, reset to neutral, or try and take your turn back because they are negative. Very much in your favor if you ever block a super dash.
Yeah, right.
If you're getting assisted over and over again, there's very little you can do about it if you're already blocking. You can deflect assist. So if
you can reflect everything, right?
Yeah, as far as you can even do it on supers and whatnot.
Yeah.
So as far as I'm aware, it's a pretty good option. I believe it's frame 1. It's hard to tell because BDs in this game aren't exactly established yet.
Yeah.
But my understanding is it's frame 1, so you can wake up with it.
Yeah, right. Oh my god, so much meter. So much damage.
It's burning. You get so much meter in this game. It's crazy. Sorry.
Yeah.
But deflecting is an option to deal with assist.
Yeah.
2H is obviously a way of immediately dealing with super dashes.
Yeah.
Outside of that, you can use your own beams you can take to the air to avoid your opponent's assists. But yeah, Goku Black's and Goku's assists are both the same. They're very strong at what they do. Like covering a good portion of the screen, allow for an approach. But if you have, as an example, if you have Goku Black on your team, and you push Goku Black at the same time, they're just going to climb the center and it's basically that.
Yeah. Right. So they do have beam clashes in this. It just...
Yeah, very much a rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
Where obviously a rock on rock is going to reset.
Right. Well, I guess that makes sense. So, would you say this is, compared to Street Fighter, a simpler game, or on the same level, more complicated?
Yeah, so that's a tough one, because these games are very different.
Yeah.
If I was to compare Street Fighter 4 and Street Fighter 5, and they say something like Guilty Gear to DBZ, I would say that they're equal levels of, like, simplification. Kind of like stripped down to fundamentals, so to say.
Right.
Because when I play Street Fighter 5, everything has a sole purpose for a reason, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to find a mechanic in that game that is kind of useless.
Yeah.
It's all designed with very much like a rock, paper, scissors in mind. And that I get that feeling from this game.
Yeah, right.
Shame. One thing to note, so we can get into combos a little bit more that now we're kind of seeing a little bit how it seems to be like your light, medium, heavy, smash, follow up. Medium heavy. If you get a down smash, so you're crouching heavy, into a follow-up, the super dash, and then you do a heavy in the air, you get what's considered a hard knockdown or a sliding knockdown. And that's when your opponent will kind of dig into the ground a little bit as they fall, and they have to wait much longer to take, exactly like that. Some specials do it. Some characters don't even have access to it.
Right.
But if you get your down smash or too heavy to follow up, like this, and then you do your heavy, Yamcha doesn't have it, funny enough. Yamcha is an exception. I believe he has a special that does it.
Right.
But that is the best way to achieve Oki. Gives you maximum amount of time to re-land. The velocity at which your opponent kind of bounces off their wake up with their tech is much smaller. So a backward, as an example, a backwards and a forward tech very much feel the same. And a vertical tech, an upwards tech, even if I jump and they block like a jump move or something like that, it really feels like they're still kind of grounded almost. So if you ever want Oki, try and achieve your hard knockdown.
Yeah, right. Okay, I guess that makes sense.
A very generic way to do that is with your light, medium, down, heavy, follow it up. Do your light, then your medium, jump cancel, light, medium, heavy. Very simple. It's just a take on light, medium, heavy. When you're in the air, just go light, medium, jump cancel, light, medium, heavy. People who aren't familiar with jump canceling during their combos, it's something you're going to have to learn. Yeah. It's very simple. You can just cancel the recovery frames of your normal in the air by jumping.
And it's actually really easy in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got a lot of time in this game, right?
No, most definitely you do.
No problem, NDP man. You're absolutely welcome to continue playing and whatnot. I don't think anyone has any qualms against that.
No, not at all.
But
I
it's-
mean,
it's
I was on
fantastic that
stream
people do it.
before. How's MDP embarrassed after I was on?
Yeah.
Maybe
Oh,
MDP
no.
and I should play some games some other time
Yeah.
and scrub it up together.
For sure. Remember, L, you can just vanish. Vanishing will get you out of that situation easy. I assume it's L playing, right?
Yeah.
It is, yes.
He seems to have a bit more of a clue.
Absolutely. Yeah, I plan to play this a little bit before today, apart from launch weekend, but I just got busy the last few days.
That's right. You'll pick up this game very quickly. Especially considering the combos are very simple.
It's yeah, that's true. It's like anything. If I stop playing for a couple of days, I forget. It's like muscle memory hasn't developed yet.
Yeah.
So.
Remember your reversal assist, L, or
Yeah,
on
right.
block. Because what you want to do in this situation is
Is-
Frieza on your bench isn't really helpful. Frieza's assist is great for pressuring and comboing off a corner,
Yeah.
but it's not fantastic in a neutral setting. So what you should be looking to do is trying to swap out Frieza and put him back on your bench. Get that Vegeta assist working you out
Yeah,
until you
right.
get some meter. Get some meter and get some momentum and some corner and whatnot. That is not invincible whatsoever, by the way.
Yeah.
Only a level 1 super. Take it slow. Work it out. Your standing heavy, your neutral heavy on Frieza can be used as a projectile, by the way.
Yeah, right.
Just obviously be careful. It's a bit of a dedication.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's nice.
Oh yeah, that was definitely on purpose. I wasn't trying to do.
spark. Remember to use your spark. Get rid of that grey health. Nice.
Oh wow, that really
Vanish?
does.
Oh,
Alright,
vanish,
look how
right.
quickly that.
That's alright. Trying to reinforce the good habit. Oh, we got a Street Fighter player on our hands. Frieza does not have the stock standard medium launcher, if that's what you're going
Yeah.
for. He has to go into his down heavy. So just yeah, do baby combos for now.
Oh,
Oh
that's
no!
a command grab. I'm erased.
Goodbye. Bang.
Oh wow.
Oh man.
But we did get a medal.
Yes.
I think they're in reference to how often you play.
Yeah. So for me, the thing that's what I feel is letting me down the most is my fingers are going to the wrong buttons to do the wrong thing. Like I'm trying to press heavy punch or heavy.
Like
and
Street Fighter heavy punch.
No.
Oh, okay, that's what I'm doing.
I'm pressing special all the time.
I notice that every time I think in my head I want to run up and I want to meaty them low,
Yeah.
I'll hit my special button because that's where light kick is.
Yeah, light kick.
Yeah, I've noticed it. It happens. Happens to the best of us.
Yeah. No, I think. I don't know. I think I just need to change my layout. Also, I miss assist and press the R buttons instead of the L buttons. So I think I need to swap those around when I play. I don't know.
Is this coming out in arcades in Japan?
Whoa, what the hell? I don't know.
Oh, I
Oh,
wouldn't be
that's
surprised. Oh.
Oh, you jammed me.
I was about to say, yeah.
Yum shot for the
perfect, it's ruined.
save. Come on. I knew he was going to do it. Didn't land quick enough. That's all right.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So.
So, yeah, overhead is also airborne, by the way.
Yeah.
The universal
Well,
overhead. So he woke up with 2H and caught my overhead. Smart work. He predicted the overhead.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Oof. Alright. So, for me, what I'm taking away from all this, the things that I need to practice, It's just a basic block string of like, you know, the light, medium, heavies. Oh, happy birthday!
Oh no. My Frieza's getting wrecked. Oh no.
Oh, wow.
Wow, rhyming.
Alright.
Love it.
Moving Castles asks, by the way, how do you do the triple supers? So what you do is, once you've done your super, you just press the assist that you want to come in. And you can do quarter circles to make it a level 3 super. So, like, I'm sure we'll see soon a super.
Yeah,
Like
I'm just mashing my assist button, and Frieza will come out and help.
Like, you're not even doing quarter circles or anything.
Nope,
You just,
don't even need to do the motion, right?
yeah.
Can you do... So you can do 2 supers.
You can do 3.
Okay.
Yep, one for each character. If you do the motion, you can also do their level 3s by doing
Yeah.
the motion and pushing the right button. However, however, you can only finish the chain of supers on the level 3. So if I do a level 3 to start, I can't use any assists.
Yeah.
Ah,
So you can do level 1, level 3.
So if you want
I
to do
see.
maximum damage, you do a super, level 1 super, you do an assist super, and then an assist level 3 super.
And yeah, each time you call in the next assist super, it does cost the equivalent bar. So if
Yeah,
you do a
so
level
you're
1
spending
super,
the bar the whole time.
yeah. So you're spending the bar, and it's a safe swap.
Oh no. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Whoa!
Got me backdash.
Alright.
Alright, my main man Frieza knows what's up. He's used his spark, I've still got mine. Oh, I went for the hard read, no the bells. Stand up first, came out of my face.
Golden Frieza when?
I don't want a golden Frieza just yet. Look at this regen this whole time. Did he even do damage to me? Oh no, I deflected the 21, but oh no, that's it.
GG's.
GG's.
Oof.
It's gonna be a tough spot in that corner, especially when I'm not blocking.
Moving Castles. Do you play Street Fighter at all? And if you do you play it on the PlayStation? And if you do, would you like a Red Bull code?
I happen to know he does play Street Fighter on the PlayStation. He is a Vega main.
Oh.
He's a fairly new player, and he would love a Red Bull code.
Would he now? Fantastic. I'll make sure Mr. Polly gets you that code. Good questions. Thank you for asking questions. And don't forget, everybody...
Why drop down? I'll just be playing Dale and get smashed.
Alright.
Oh well. It's my fate.
GG's, Rami.
Yeah.
That
One
was a
thing,
great display, rhyming, by the way.
Yeah.
yeah,
Great
one,
comeback.
one thing that I suggest you look at is your recoveries were almost always vertical, which is fine because it's the most defensive one. But you need to be careful about it because you don't want your opponent just pressuring you back for free. If you mix it up a little bit, like even just once or twice every round, it makes a big deal because now your opponent has to hard read what your neutral is.
Remember aerial movement, Polly.
I was sitting there waiting for him to do a dash. Oh man, he does that for me every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so remember you can block on the way down.
You can block. Aerial
Yeah.
blocks,
Yeah. These are the things I needed. Oh god.
Oh no.
Yeah.
See, I tried to read the back tech there, but you neutral.
Oh.
The shenanigans. Nice tech. Get out of here.
Oh.
Nice.
So,
No.
I'm just going to talk for a little bit over you guys. So, the things that I feel like people should be taking away from this, because this is what I personally am taking away, is Dragon Rush is a grab, so you should treat it as such, and it can be teched. 2, use your assists to make yourself safe. So, go into your block string, and whatever that is,
Oh my god.
finish it as you press your last button, press your assist, so then that'll get you a little bit more pressure. It'll make you a little bit more safe. And then also use assists to cover your approaches, just like you did then. Use the Kamehameha to cover your grounded approach, so Polly had to block, giving you the option to get in for free. Polly should definitely maybe think about sparking when she loses a little bit more health. Get that great health. Like maybe now. Yeah. Does the spark work like a...
It's a mini
a
burst
burst?
mechanic. It's
Yeah.
a mini one, so it actually has hit stun on it. You can actually use it to continue combos.
Yeah, right.
But
you
it is
can't-
not reversal. It is absolutely not reversal.
Yeah, that was the
it's definitely
question I was gonna-
punishable. Can be counter hit and can be punished as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was a super opportunity.
I don't
This
know
is
what
bad.
happens
This
here.
is bad.
Uh-oh.
That's bad. Oh, he blocked it. Is this the
Here it goes.
transcending of the man himself?
Oh, whoops! I dropped
Yeah,
it.
that's not happening. Get out of here.
Golden Freezer, here we go.
Wait, can I do that? No, I can't do that. No.
It's come at you, don't I?
Life comes at you fast.
So, what do you think people should be getting most comfortable with to start with?
Oh, 10
So-
macro.
So, like,
So-
if I was to go into training mode right now and I wanted to practice something, what should I be practicing?
First is 2Hing Vanish and Dragon Run. Because
Right.
the way I always approach fighting games is once I know how the general mechanics work or how the buttons are supposed to work,
Yeah.
I practice how to deal with cheese. Any sort of generic cheese, I need that out.
Yeah.
I can't deal with that because I want to learn the game at a fundamental level versus a fundamental matchup. I can't do that if
Yeah.
everyone's running around with Dragon Rushes and what. So
Yeah,
I highly suggest that people teach themselves to do 2H to counter Dragon Rush and Vanish, because both of those two things are effectively gimmicks.
Yeah.
Outside of that, get comfortable with your assist usage and blocking in the air.
Yeah. So assist usage, you mean like you're doing a block string and then you pull out an assist to make that safe or keep that pressure going, or you're
Exactly.
in
So
neutral.
overheads, heavies, specials.
Yeah.
If you assist right at the beginning of these buttons or a little bit before, guaranteed to put you back at a perfect positive with a jump in button.
Yeah,
So you
right.
can instant air dash back in, get more pressure.
Speaking of instant air dashes, I should make sure I can do them consistently.
Oh, very important. Yeah, find which way works for you. You can always do the up forward into forward Dragon Rush. So you can
Yeah.
do it the cheat way without having to reset your stick to neutral.
Yeah.
Or you can go up forward, reset your stick to neutral, and go forward. So it's like a dash with up forward in your first press.
Yeah.
Whichever way works best for you, but they're very important, especially for your instant overheads. And just kind of pushing back in on pressure, avoiding low buttons. Because a lot of people are going to do their crouching lights to steal back turns or to kind of take their turn immediately. Because
Yeah.
if they mash their standing light, they're going to get their auto combos.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are going to do their crouching ones, so instant air dashing is a good way to avoid that.
Okay, cool. I think that's a really good spot for people like me and Polly to take away from this. Thank you very much, Dale. You've been an absolute pleasure and very knowledgeable, very helpful.
Yeah, like seriously,
Yeah.
now I know what to go back and actually concentrate on, what to look for in a team, specifically the assist and that sort of thing, as a stepping stone
Yeah.
onto getting better in the game, just how to counter some of the cheaper. Well, not I should say cheap, but just easy to do moves, right? I mean, you hit
Yeah.
two buttons and you go full screen. So, just how to deal with that sort of stuff. So yeah,
it's-
really
it's
helpful.
cheap.
Thank you.
It's cheap. Don't worry about it.
But yeah.
Call it what it is, mate.
Yeah.
No, that's good. I think it's definitely closed some of the knowledge gaps from me from the fighting games that I know, which Street Fighter and BlazBlue kind of helped me understand this a lot better. So thank you so much. Helped me a lot. You've helped Polly a lot.
Yeah,
So-
I would not have
yeah.
shown, but it takes me a while.
No, it
to,
definitely
to
did, man.
get
You killed
things.
two of my characters, man.
Did
Yeah.
Two of them.
I did that?
Yeah, you did.
I got a medal too.
Yeah.
Got two
Oh,
medals.
Yeah,
got all the
hell
medals.
Yeah.
The game rewards you for losing. It's the best.
And a big thank you to Raimi in the chat, dropping knowledge bombs as well. Thank you very much.
And a few people had Nez drop by. Did you see that earlier on?
No, I did not. But yeah, thank you very much. And MDP as well as Raimi for joining us in the lobby and playing. And Moving Castles for asking questions as well.
Earlier on, and some others as well. So
thank you all for watching and commenting and helping us out here. It's been a pleasure having you all. We'll sign out for now, and we'll catch you next.
What's coming out with the Shill Time?
Oh,
I
Polly.
don't have a musical. I don't have a button to press to do any music for that. I have an intro for you. It's Shill Time.
How could I forget you? I was just waiting for that. Polly.
Stop!
Yeah. All right, guys. Classic Shill Time. If you like what you're seeing or you like what's going on, do subscribe to the Twitch channel. If you missed a start of this or you want to see what happened again or go over with us what's going on or see any of the previous LP4U episodes, check out our YouTube channel. Head over there, click the subscribe button. We're really trying to get that 100 subscribers. We're minor numbers off.
TWF is pretty close, I think.
Yeah, we're like
it gets 2, in their 3... special, more user-friendly, human-readable URL. So
yeah. Also, the Team WP website, you can find out a lot of information about us there. You can find out information about our sponsored players. You can find out like what we like to do. We also have a calendar there where you can go check out events. It'll tell you when the next LP4U episode is. It tells you when our tournaments are.
Fledglings is Wednesday.
Fledglings is
Street
Wednesday.
Fighter Friends, Fledglings. Is it still below plat?
Below platinum. So anyone who plays Street Fighter, if you're below platinum and you want to get a little bit of tournament experience, and also you can get on stream, get some commentating happening over your matches and try and learn some things there. A really, really good place for you to do that is those fledgling tournaments that we hold with Team WP.
That's right. 8 o'clock Wednesday sign up. Australian Eastern Standard Time. 8:30 start, and on Fridays the open 32-player Friday night fights.
Open to all.
That's right. And there's talk of doing a Dragon Ball Fighter Z tournament, possibly.
Yeah, that's definitely on the cards.
We'll see if there's any. I hope some more interest in the Discord. Seems to be going pretty well at the moment. So
yeah. Very popular.
Hopefully that can happen at some stage. So, but if you're a Dragon Ball Z player, go into the Discord and support it there, and hopefully we can start up a tournament.
Hopefully. All right, guys. Thank you very much. It's been, as I said, a pleasure. I really enjoy doing these things. I hope if even one person learned something today that wasn't me or Polly, we've done our job, and I really wish all the best for you. Thank you so much, guys. We'll catch you next week.